Hey guys, Lauren Losing here from my week 126 update from vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery, which I had on August 21st, 2013 at Massachusetts General Hospital with Dr. Denise G. My first appointment at the weight center, I was 269 pounds. Day of surgery, I was 245.5. Last time I came to you, I think I just gave you an estimate for my weight. So yesterday I was 144. I think, I don't know. So, basically that's up 5 pounds from the holiday, not from the holidays, because I'm actually down from the holidays, but, that's up 5 pounds from before the holidays. So I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with staying here. Well, I guess, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that right now. I am okay with that number. When I had my nutritionist appointment the Monday after Christmas and I weighed in there, granted I was wearing jeans and a heavy sweater, not exactly the ideal outfit to be weighed in. I was 151.4. So I feel much better about, I knew that that wasn't actually my weight, but I feel much better about the 144. So, excuse me. Let me first address that. I'm really sorry that I had to cancel on Sunday for the Naked Truth. I was very sick. I'm still sick, but I am now on my 3rd day of antibiotics, so I'm starting to feel better. But that day at work, I had almost passed out at work. I needed someone to come pick me up and drive me home. And I was, hoping that I would feel better as the day went on, and I was just feeling worse and worse. So, unfortunately, I had to cancel. We will be rescheduling. We haven't done that yet, but I will definitely be on the show, hopefully sometime in the near future. So I am mainly going to talk about in this video my second plastic surgery consult, which I had yesterday. I was still very sick yesterday, but there was no way that I was calling to cancel my plastic surgery consult. I booked this back in November, I think, and I wasn't going to be waiting another 2 months to make another consult. So I also had my follow-up, my 2-year follow-up with my weight loss center physician, which I will briefly go over right now. I guess he said that I was very boring, that there was, everything was pretty much smooth sailing right now, and that's that, kinda. The only thing he really mentioned to me, I was very honest with him about my inconsistency with exercise, and the only thing he really said is that, I've said this before, but weight loss surgery patients, especially sleeve and band patients, but he was obviously talking about sleeve because I had the sleeve, that, they're most successful when they are doing a consistent exercise routine, and I think that that's also true of gastric bypass patients. But anyhow, I'm just breezing right over that. Breezing over my appointment with him altogether, just because it was really nothing eventful. So my plastic surgery consult was with Dr. Amy Caldwell out of Massachusetts General Hospital. She specializes in body contouring after massive weight loss. She also has other specialties, but that is the reason I'm going to her. Jen RNY for me had a consult with her, I want to say over a year ago, and did not have a very positive experience through her office. And I had a very different experience. So I guess that just goes to show that, everybody's obviously experience with everything, with plastic surgery consults, with weight loss surgery, with different surgeons, all that stuff. It's all individual. Um, I've heard positive things about Dr. Katzen, and I've heard negative things about Dr. Katzen. So um, it's just important, I guess, to keep in mind that just because someone doesn't like a surgeon or whatever doesn't mean that you should discount them. So this, I will say that this consultation was shorter than my original consultation, but that was really because I didn't have many questions for her. I feel like I've kind of done my research, and I just really wanted her opinion. I don't know, I didn't have too many probing questions. I will say my leg is falling asleep right now. I gotta stretch out. So I got there, I filled out their little questionnaire, they took pictures, and then she came in, and she obviously asked me why I was there, congratulated me on my weight loss, asked if I had been a stable weight for a while, asked if I had any medical issues, how old I was, kind of the basic stuff. So same thing as last time, I was there for a consultation for my arms, my breasts, and my stomach. She asked if I was only interested in a lift, and I said no, I'm really interested in a lift with implants. I've had large breasts my whole life. I feel like if I just had a lift and had flat pancake size C boobs, I would not be happy. And she kind of agreed that, if I had a lift, that's exactly what I would get, is they would be much smaller and not have fullness. And, some people are okay with that, and that's just not what I'm interested in. So she agreed that a lift with implants would be ideal. She agreed that brachioplasty would be, that I would be a good candidate for that. And I discussed, again, my kind of loose skin that hangs over my bra, and she said that by connecting the incision from the breast lift and like kind of to the arm lift, that you could really correct a lot of that. And then I didn't mention to her what I was interested in with my stomach. I just said my stomach is my other problem area. So she looked at it, she looked, around my back, and said, you have a couple of options. You could do an abdominoplasty, and that would fix, the front, or you could have the 360, which would, lift the bum and, outer thighs and all that stuff. And so that's when I mentioned to her, that's why I came here, is I was interested in the belt lipectomy. And she said, I really think that is where you would get the best results. She mentioned that she could be cognizant of my tattoos, and I really said, don't worry about that. I really just want the best results that I can get, and if my tattoos get screwed up, I can fix them later. She drew a little diagram for me, basically showing like what the surgery, like where the incisions were made, how they look after, where drains would be. She kind of made a couple of diagrams like for me. Then she said to me, which is different from the other surgeon that I had a consult with, she said, you could have these done separately. You could have the arms and the breast done together and the stomach done separately, or you are young and healthy enough that, and you have help at home. She had asked these questions before, that if you want to, I'm comfortable doing them all together. She said that first week, would be hell, and it would be really hard and painful. But if I had the lower body done separately from the upper body, I would need to take 6 weeks off of work for each surgeries, because since I'm a nurse and I'm a psychiatric nurse, I need to be able to restrain people, and I need to be able to, in emergency, perform CPR. So she felt like for my safety and for my patient's safety that if I had just my upper body done, that even with that surgery, I wouldn't be able to go back to work probably before 6 weeks. And with the lower body, definitely not before 6 weeks. So if I had them done separately, I would need to choose basically which I would want to be done this year and which I would want to be done next year, because I can't take 6 weeks off from work 2 separate times in 1 year. I mean, I guess technically I could, but it just really doesn't make sense. That's a lot of work to take off. And obviously, financially, I'd be paying more money if I did them separately. Obviously, like, I would only have to worry about one chunk of money this year and then next year a different chunk, but it would add up to more money if I had them done separately. So when they gave me a quote for my consultation, I had them put it all together, because I said, you know, if I'm gonna do this with her, I want to do them all together. And I guess I just won't save the big announcement till the end. But after this consultation, I was like, yep, she's definitely the woman. So after my consultation with her, I moved on to the scheduler, who is the person who typed up the quote. I will say that her scheduler is definitely rough around the edges, and I didn't like her very much, honestly, but it's just her personality. She's just not a very friendly, personable person. So I will say that about my office visit. But I'm not basing my surgery on the person who types into the computer when I'm coming in and gives me a quote. So like I said, I had her give me a quote of everything all together. So the lower body lift with mastopexy and augmentation, with the silicone implants and brachioplasty all together, $25,375. So that is about more than $8,000 less than the quote that I got from the other surgeon. Of course, the other surgeon had those quoted all separately, but that is a good chunk of money less. And I had a longer consultation with the other surgeon, and I really liked him, but during that consultation, I don't know, I wasn't meeting with him thinking this is my surgeon, and or I didn't get that feeling. And when I met with Dr. Caldwell, that's how I felt. So to book a date to book your surgery, they require a 10,000, not that much, a 10% down payment, basically. They do not accept care credit, which a lot of surgical places do. They only accept credit card, cash, which, yeah, I'm gonna pay cash for my $25,000 surgery, or a bank check. So after that appointment, so my mother didn't come with me to this appointment, basically just because I had my appointment with I can't speak ever. This isn't just a struggle today. I had an appointment with my physician at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and this appointment was at 10 a.m. I really wasn't going to be going home in between, so I was spending all day in Boston, basically. So she didn't come with me to this one. So I called her after and kind of just told her that this is what this surgeon said I could do it all together. You know, that's really, I think, what would work best for me and all this stuff. So what they did tell me when I got my quote is, since this is a lot of surgery to do together and they're expecting it to take, 6 to 8 hours, that obviously that is a whole day in the OR. So to book this surgeon a whole day in the OR, she can't be booked for just a breast surgery. I can't be booked on the same day that she's booked for any other surgeries. So she was booking out till the end of May, for a whole day in the OR. So, which, works out well for me. If I was doing the two separately, I was thinking of hopefully having one done very soon, but that just really doesn't make sense, and financially or anything. So that actually worked out perfectly for me because, mid-May is WSFA, and then so I wouldn't be able to book my surgery even if she was available before then until the end of May. Called my mom, kind of told her all this stuff, and so I booked my surgery this morning. I called and said I had a consultation yesterday and I would like to book it. So my plastic surgery is booked officially for May 27th, 2016. I can honestly say that I'm nervous and excited, and yeah. So, well, okay. So, anyway, booked my surgery. I have a appointment with Dr. Caldwell about a month before that to kind of go over final details. I have like a phone interview scheduled. I'm gonna have to do labs, all this stuff for like pre-testing and all that stuff. So I had to do my down payment today, and so I have about 3 months to figure out, because they require payment in full at that appointment that I have with her about a month before. So I have about 3 months to figure out how I'm going to pay for this. So let me just say that the first thing that I did when since I had, a few hours in between appointments, the first thing that I did after this consultation was I had gone to like TJ Maxx a couple days before and spent some money. So the first thing that I did was, I still had that stuff in my car. The first thing I did was return it. I have mentioned kind of my shopping problem on this channel before. I never get serious about it, but I'm just gonna throw out there that I really do have a serious shopping problem. I'm not gonna get into it too much. I think that it's kind of obvious, but I shop a lot, and I shop too much, and I spend too much money, and, I've known for a long time that I have wanted to have plastic surgery, and that this was part of my post-WLS plan, and I really should have been saving, and I haven't been, and now this is a reality, and so now I need to get really serious. So everybody is making goals for Nashville and doing a countdown to Nashville, and Sarah Waffle and Chris Waffle kind of excuse me, kind of started it and asked everybody to participate. And so a lot of my goals for Nashville are really going to be goals for surgery, because my surgery is happening a couple weeks after. So we have 17 weeks, about 17 and a half weeks until Nashville. And honestly, most of mine are not gonna be body related or weight loss related. I have some, so maybe I'll just get those out of the way. I would like to be about 135 pounds for surgery, so I would like to lose about 9 pounds before Nashville. You know, I would love to be 130 pounds, honestly. So I'm going to give myself a range. I would like to lose between 9 and 14 pounds in the next 17 weeks, 17 and a half weeks, which I feel like is very doable. When I'm not sick, I would like to work out / go to the gym 3 days a week, which I feel like is very doable. So I'll say at least 3 days a week. So I only work 32 hours a week, which means I work 4 days a week. So on any day that I'm not working, I would like to make it a goal to go to the gym. And then any extra, you know, any workouts that I do on days that I am working are kind of extra, but I really would like to make it a point of working out, having a workout done every day that I'm not working, which I feel like is a very feasible goal. Okay, so everything else basically is going to pertain to spending. So, like I said, the first thing I did was return everything that I could that was in my car. And I am doing basically the same thing today. I came home and gathered up everything that I still had tags on, that I still had a receipt for, that I could get money back on. There are actually a couple of things that I can't find my receipt for, that I still have tags on, that it honestly doesn't make sense to return, because I would just get a store credit. So I'm going into way too much detail here. But anyway, basically I'm going to be going to Sephora, TJ Maxx, and Target, and returning what I can to get my money back. So I'm going to be giving myself an allowance, basically, of $40 a week as spending money. That doesn't include like gas money, and it doesn't include necessities. So if I need to buy deodorant, if I run out of deodorant and I need to buy it, I'm not like taking it out of my $40. If I need soap, you know what I mean, like the necessities, I'm not using that. I'm gonna need to order contacts soon. I'm not putting my like $40 towards my contacts. So this is extra spending money. So I'm allowing myself $40 a week. Once my $40 is up, I can't buy anything else. I can save my money week to week if I want to buy something bigger. And so that's how my allowance is going to work. I'm going to be taking $40 from the ATM. I am keeping, you know, a credit card on me for emergency purposes, but or for necessities, like I said, but nothing else. I can't think of the word, but basically anything that is not a necessity I need to pay cash for, or if I put it on my Target card, because I can save 5% that way, then it needs to be $40 or less, and then I need to redeposit that money into my bank account. So it's going to be a little bit of a balance, but Then, when it comes to makeup, I am basically, I could use my makeup that I have for like the rest of my fucking life, and if it didn't expire, which makeup does, but if it didn't expire, I probably wouldn't even use up what I have before I die. So because it is such a love of mine, I am going to allow myself to buy certain things, but one, it has to be my allowance, has to afford it. And also, I'm only allowing myself to buy limited edition things, because things that aren't limited edition, that are permanent parts of a collection, are obviously going to be there for a long time. For instance, I really want the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani blush palette that's coming out, so I am going to have to use my allowance, and it's probably going to be more than $40, so I'm probably going to have to save a couple weeks of allowance to put towards that, but I am letting myself buy that non-essential thing. So I'm basically just putting rules on myself. This might sound pretty easy for some people who don't have a shopping problem, but honestly, shopping is my social life, which sounds weird because I'm obviously not socializing. I'm doing it on my own, but I really don't have any social life, which might sound surprising to some people, but being an introvert, I need time by myself, and honestly, most of my friends have families, and when you don't have a family and you're single, and you don't have a kid to play with your friends' kids and stuff like that, it's harder to get together. It just is. So I honestly really don't have much of a social life day to day, week to week. So I use shopping as my way of doing something, of my way of getting out of the house for long periods of time. So I'm gonna have to find ways to replace that, basically, because if I just take that away, I'm going to be at my house all the time, basically. So obviously the gym is one way to do that. And I'm just going to have to come up with some other ways. So if you guys have some suggestions, let me know. I'm probably going to be looking up some adult dance classes. Not like stripper classes that came over, like my age group dance classes. I did dance for 15 years, so I'm probably going to be looking for like some hip-hop classes. I don't know if I really want to go back into ballet and tap, but I would really love to do like a hip-hop class once or twice a week. It's really fucking cold around here, and I'm so cold intolerant. I don't know if I really want to do like a hiking group or something like that, but I have to come up with something that is fun, that gets me out of the house, that I can do on my own, basically, because, like I said, I don't really have many people to do stuff with. If you are in my area and you want to do something with me, let me know. Because I guess the other struggle is that I don't have a regular work week. I don't work Monday through Friday. I don't have every weekend off. I work every other weekend, and so every other week I have 2 weekdays off, which most people don't have. So anywho, any of your suggestions, please feel free to leave down below. And I think that's kind of it. So, and I guess another goal of mine is to make more videos. I would like to do a video every week. I don't know if I'm going to have enough content. Obviously this video is already 30 minutes long, so I can make a 10-minute video. I haven't in a very long time, but I would like to make more videos. I would like to exercise 3 days a week. I would like to lose between 9 and 14 pounds before Nashville/my surgery. And I would like to work on building more muscle, so that goes along with going to the gym. So I would like to work on, you know, doing weight training and not just cardio. So then $40 a week as my allowance, only limited edition makeup releases, and that is worked into my weekly allowance. Only buying necessities other than that. And yeah, I think that's kind of it for now. If I think of anything else, then I'll include that in my next video. So thanks for watching, and until next time.